get in there and find a few yards and gets 4 yards moving forward, so it'll be a second down and 11. So Berg carrying most of the rushing weight on his back, came in with 30 carries for 29 yards, but is averaging 8 yards a carry with 3 rushing touchdowns, so he has been very effective in his carries. Second down and 11. Line of scrimmage is at the 25. Here's a pistol set, 2 wide, 1 to the right. Now, looking to the right on the rollout is Colley. Has a connection with Valentine off that tight end spot. He catches it at the 20. He'll turn upfield and gain 10 yards. So the first pass attempt of the night is a completion. And it will be Valentine who has a 10-yard reception. So it'll be third down. And they'll say it's about 3. They say he actually stepped out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So we'll put that down as a 7-yard completion. Third down, long 3. There's that single wing set. The snap goes to Colley. He'll take off running right side. Breaks 1 tackle. Now lowers his shoulder right at the stick. This one is going to be close. It'll come down to the spot there. And let's see. Looks like it will be short. All in all, gain of 1 yard on that play. So just gets up to the 25-yard line. It was just shy of the 25 before that. It's fourth down, 2 yards now, and we'll see. It looks like the decision will be to go for it as Berg and Colley both check in. So both quarterbacks will likely remain on the field for this play. Here they will. Wide receiver on the near side is Hannon. Berg lines up as a wide receiver to the right. Fourth down and 2. Here's Colley rolling out. Pressure is there and completes it to Duncan at the 10. Lowers his shoulder at the 5. That'll be Valentine. And inside the 5-yard line. That'll be a completion of 12 yards for Colley. He is 2 for 2 tonight. Valentine has 2 catches for 21 yards. And it's a first down and goal now, as that's the 4th first down of this drive for Baldwin City. 4:15 and counting here in the first quarter. This has been a dominating drive. Here we go. Single wing set. 1 wide receiver on the near side. This one will be Mendez straight ahead, and he takes it in for a touchdown. Mendez comes in, gains 2 yards, gets the touchdown, and at the 4:03 mark here in the first quarter of play, it's 6-0 now. Baldwin strikes first. Austin Krause now will attempt the extra point. Make this a 7-0 game here, as that was the type of drive that Baldwin is exactly what they want to do. They want to come out, they want to control the clock, and they want to run it right at you, and that's what they did. Here is the extra point. The kick is up. It's good, and it's 7-0. Baldwin has the lead over St. James Academy with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Well, don't forget to follow A10 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter. For the rest of the season, we'll choose a weekly winner for $50 gift certificates to Best Buy, Nick and Jake's, and more. Follow A10 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter today. And don't forget, you can check out our full lineup of games every week at a10varsity.com. Here's Baldwin with the kickoff. Following the first touchdown of the game to lead 7-0. Some room here for Eisman to work with. Cuts it back to the center between the hash marks and is taken down at the 35-yard line. So we'll see the St. James offense come back out on the field and see if they can get anything started. First drive, pretty disappointing. Resulted in a 3-and-out with a loss of 1 yard of total offense. So unfortunately, the Thunder coming out and picking up about where they left off last week at Spring Hill. First and 10 here for the blue-clad Thunder. They'll have it at their own 35-yard line. So once again, decent starting field position. There is the snap. It'll be a quarterback keeper for Keys. He wants to run it to the right side after faking the handoff, and he finds some yardage there, fights his way up to the 41-yard line there, so gain of 5. That puts Keys back into the positive for total yardage on the day, and a 2nd down and 5. Nice to see St. James now working with a manageable 2nd and hopefully a 3rd down situation or another 1st down situation here. St. James looking for that first down of the game. Here's the pistol set. 4 wide receivers now. Keys takes a long snap count here. A little movement on the defensive line. And then the play is thrown. Let's see whether they got encroachment or whether they'll get the offensive lineman. And this is going to be a false start on St. James. It was that right side of the defensive line, John Call over there, who had a little bit of movement, and I think that kind of forced a flinch from the left side of the St. James offensive line. So give back the yardage from 1st down. 2nd down and 10 here. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. 4 wide again, pistol set. Jansen Keys will take the snap, hands it off, fakes the handoff, and wants to keep it, and finds some room over to the right up across the 40, and will find the 47-yard line. So another nice gain for Jansen Keys as he picks up a solid 7 yards there, and it's kind of an interesting play there. He faked it to the running back, who was bayed, but had a wide receiver way out on the far side of the field there with an option to pitch. Now the defense sealed that off pretty well, but it was a good read by Keys to cut that to the inside and take the available yardage. It's also a 3rd down and short situation here. 3rd down and 2 from the 48. This will be a handoff to Bade, straight up the gut. He hits the 45 and falls forward, and that should be enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. And if we get the spot here, this will be the first down of the game. There's the spot, and that will be close enough that they want to. There it is. Well, official took a second to get himself set, but steps back, signals for the 1st down. So it stops the clock at the 2:07 mark. It's 7-0. Baldwin is leading St. James. First quarter of play here. We're at Bishop Miege High School, a home contest for St. James. So 1st and 10, St. James at their own 46-yard line. Here is Jansen Keys, pistol set, balance set with 4 wide receivers here. Keys will stand at his own 41, takes the deep snap, a little low, he has it, 2-step drop, now passes it left side, but it was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Keys lucky nothing worse happened on that play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 coming up. Looked like John McCall able to get a finger on that one. There's some big linemen battling here for both of these teams. It's going to be one of the more interesting battles we see. St. James has probably not seen a lot of teams that have size across the line equal to them so far through the first 4 weeks of this season. Here's the shotgun snap in the pistol. It'll be the fake to the running back. Now Keys turns on the Jets across the 50, 45, and he's out of bounds in Baldwin territory. Another good run from Keys. Was moving from his own 46-yard line. He will make it to the 42-yard line. So a nice gain. 12 yards there for Keys as he hasn't had much success with his arm in this game, 0 for 2, but chugging along with his legs here. 1st and 10 now from the 42 of the Bulldogs. 1:40 in the first quarter. This will be a pistol set, 3 wide receivers this time. It'll be a fake to Bade. Now Keys is going to run right side. He has the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 yards for Keys. 5 carries for 34 yards, and now 3 first downs for St. James here in the first quarter of play. And offensively, looks like Coach Radke may have found something he likes with that read option against this Baldwin defense. Baldwin defense has been somewhat susceptible to the run. Defensively, they've been pretty solid. They only give up about 270 yards a game, but 168 of those have come on the ground. Teams have not resorted to passing a lot against this Baldwin team for whatever reason. Here's that pistol set again, 4 wide receivers. Now it'll be another zone read. There is someone out to pitch to on the left side, but Baldwin has lots of defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 6th defender very nearby on that left side of the field there. There really was nowhere for Keys to go, so he swallows the football after taking a 2-yard loss. Should get off one more play here in the first quarter of plays. We're under a minute to go. Put the first period in the books. It'll be 2nd down and 12 after that loss. The line of scrimmage now moves back to the 32-yard line. Here's a pistol set. One wide receiver off to the left, and two here on the near side. Here's the snap. Keys is going to roll out. Looks like he wants to run. Decides to step in and throw. Gets it to Eisman on the fade. He catches it. Comes down at the 20-yard line and then falls out of bounds. If that stands, it would be an 11-yard gain, but the flag came out from the back judge. And we'll see exactly what the signal gets sorted out to be here. And this is going to go against the defense, so we may see St. James end up taking this depending on how the yardage works out here. Like I said, it was an 11-yard gain, but if it's pass interference, it's going to be pass interference, and that is going to be a 15-yard penalty. So they'll take the extra yardage, I'm sure, rather than the completion. 29.9 is where the clock is stopped at right now, and will be a first down. So you scratch off the completion there, but you will get the 15-yard penalty charged against Baldwin. They've been a little sloppy in this game. 25 penalty yards so far. So here we go. First and 10. Line of scrimmage is at the 22-yard line. Pistol set, twins left, that's the wide side of the field there. Shotgun snap goes to Keys, hands it off to Bade. Bade wants to run to the right side. He's across the 9 and inside. He almost made it to the 8-yard line there. This will be setting up a second down and very nice. Bade will end up carrying for 8 yards there. 3 carries for 12 yards on the night. And that should do it here for the first quarter of play, as the clock will run under 10 seconds here. 1 quarter now in the books here at Bishop Miege. It's 7-0. Baldwin has the lead, but St. James is knocking on the door. You're listening to St. James versus Baldwin on 810varsity.com. And welcome back to 810varsity.com's coverage of St. James Academy and Baldwin. It's 7-0. Baldwin has the lead, but it's second down and goal coming up here. Second down and 2 from just inside the 10 for St. James. Here's the snap to Keys. He'll hand it off to Bates. Right side, he's at the 5, goes forward as he's hit and got great yardage. Didn't quite get to the end zone, but ends up with a 9-yard gain and a nice run for Bade. 4 carries for 21 yards on the night. Don't forget about the $5 foot-long subs that are back at Mr. Goodsense right now. 7 great subs to choose from. Come see what fresh really is at Mr. Goodsense. And glad to have you along here on 810varsity.com. First down and goal now for St. James. They're trying to tie up this ball game. Keys will come up under center. You don't see that very often, and it's because it's a quarterback sneak, and Keys is hit in the backfield. Man, he was bottled up very quickly. Colton Bonner, wow. That actually is a loss of a yard on that play. Colton Bonner just snuck around the center there after there wasn't enough room on the initial push. Keys had nowhere to go. So second down and goal now for St. James. Keys comes over from the sideline, will take their time after getting set up. So second down, let's say 2. Shotgun set, 3 wide. Now the handoff will be faked to Bade. Keys wants to run right side, and he is denied again. Looked like he had a pretty good lane to run with over there to the right, but gets the yard back, but not much more. So Bade getting, rather Keys getting bottled up there, and looks like we've got a player down as well. Let's see if we can identify who that is over there. We'll stop play, and everybody let it sideline. That could be Keys. You don't want to lose Jansen Keys. That would be a huge loss for this St. James Academy team. Clock stops with 10:42 to go here in the second quarter. Baldwin leads 7-0. It'll be third down and goal from the 2-yard line when we come back. Well, special thanks to Nick and Jake's for sponsoring this broadcast tonight. Nick and Jake's, real food, honest drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com. Check out our promotions throughout the season on Facebook or on Twitter. It's at Nick and Jake's. That's your handle, at Nick and Jake's, real food, honest drink. Great place. Stop by and check it out here as we have an injured player on the field here at Bishop Miege Stadium. 10:42 to go, second quarter of play. Jansen Keys, the quarterback for this St. James Thunder team, is down. Well, as you look on there, you can see moving his upper body, it appears to be, leaning forward and hopefully just cramped up. You'd hate to see any type of knee injury or anything, but that's all speculation here on our part, as it's on the far side of the field there. Jansen Keys has been down for a while. I hope he's okay. You know, when you have three big defensive linemen like Baldwin has all on top of you, there's a number of things that could happen there. But you got to give Baldwin credit for swarming into the ball and stopping Keys short of the goal line. Keys is up and walking off the field under his own power. Well, certainly a good sign there as you look on Jansen Keys, able to walk himself off. But that certainly changes the outlook of this offense. See some words of advice there to Alex King, a 6 foot, 174-pound sophomore, listed as number 2 on the depth chart at quarterback. So it'll be third down goal. Ball is at the 1-yard line here. So a big play coming as St. James is trying to tie this ball game up. Keys now walking back to get some attention from the Thunder trainer, but seems to be moving okay under his own power. Looks like it'll be under center. Single back set, 3 wide receivers, twins to the near side. King with a long snap count is going to try and sneak it forward. Not a lot of push, but he's burrowing in there between the linemen. Now the ball popped loose in the end zone, and did Baldwin recover it? And let's wait for the signal from the official. It depends whether King was down, and it looks like he was down as he gets no gain on that play. So King stood up, and his forward progress had stopped by the time the ball popped out. Actually, maybe gained a little bit there. Boy, he doesn't need much at all to punch this one in. I wouldn't be surprised to see a quarterback sneak once again. So King will come on. He'll operate out of the shotgun once again. 3 wide, pistol set. Bade is the deep running back. Here's the snap. The handoff will be a keeper for King, and he's in the end zone. Fakes it to Bade and powers it in. 1-yard run for King, but it's a big one. It's now 7-6. Baldwin's lead has been pared down to 1. And Alex King, the sophomore backup, comes onto the field and is able to score just the second rushing touchdown of the season for this St. James team. Let's see if they can get things tied up here now. Extra point is up, and it is good. And Frank nails it. 7-7 ball game with 9:46 to play here in the first half. You're watching St. James and Baldwin on 810varsity.com. Well, visit MrOlathe.com to search for homes for sale in Olathe, Johnson County, and the entire KC metro area. Make MrOlathe.com your one-stop shop for searching homes for sale. That's MISTER, Olathe.com. 7-7 here in A10Varsity.com's coverage of St. James and Baldwin. 9 minutes and 46 seconds to play here in the first half. St. James is set to kick off, all bunched up here just outside of your camera frame here on the near right screen. Now they'll spread out across the field. Yet last week against Spring Hill, they tried an onside kick when they were all bunched up. Was not successful, but caught Spring Hill off guard. Now here's a high kickoff. Flags coming off, probably an offsides from where that flag was thrown right at the 40-yard line where the ball was set up. Well, a good drive there for St. James. They were able to pick up 5 first downs. They were 1 of 3 on third down conversions, and they were able to really get the offense chugging. Did a nice job. They started at their own 35, were able to take that in 65 yards, and hopefully get that offense a little bit of confidence. Most of it, though, coming on the ground. You know, talking to some of the coaches on this team, this is a St. James team that really wants to run the football better. They want to be a more physical team. Now, that hasn't always been the case this year, especially running the football. I think you look at their wins, especially against Eudora, they've been a physical team, but finding ways to grind those yards out hasn't always been as easy as they'd like it, but so far so good on that drive. So both teams put together a couple of nice drives. Now here is the kickoff. It'll be taken by Hannon at the 15. He's got the 20, some room in the middle before he has his legs taken out from underneath him, and he goes down about the 24. Now a late flag comes out on the tackle on that play for St. James. That's going to be Scott Luby. And let's see what the flag is at the 29-yard line here. That seemed to be a bit in front of the run. And this is one's going to go against Baldwin. It's going to be an illegal block in the back. That one is going to be an expensive penalty here. So 15 yards back. 40 yards in penalties against Baldwin already in this game. They have been adding up pretty quickly here. Well, just a beautiful night for football here in Kansas City. Nice cool evening, but you can really feel the temperature dropping out there now from where we were at this afternoon when it was sunny and 70. Here's a 1st and 10 now, back at the 20-yard line. This will be a pistol set with a couple of wing backs. Now it'll be a sweep way out to the left side to the man in motion, and it'll be a decent gain before Cornell Brown is stopped on his way out of bounds. We'll end up marking him down for a gain of 8 yards. Second rush for Brown on the night. So it'll set up a 2nd down and short, out of bounds. Stops the clock at 9:34. So 2nd down and 2. Baldwin in the white uniforms comes up to the line of scrimmage at the 28 now. This will be motion and Brown again. There's the fake to him. Now it goes to Mendez straight ahead, and he'll have about 5 yards across the 30 running straight ahead. Mendez with the lone touchdown on the night here for Baldwin, and the chains move for the 5th time tonight here for St. James. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage will be at the 33-yard line. Here's the spread wing set again, 2 wing backs. Kind of an inverse wishbone type, if you will. A deep pass to Cordell Brown behind the defense. 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Baldwin. A 67-yard completion. And Cawley was right on target there. His first touchdown of the game. Cawley to Brown. Huge play. Touchdown. 13-7 now the score. Baldwin back on top. And Brown just found a huge hole in the defense. Was working on the near half side of the field. And after the 2 fakes in the backfield, it was beautiful play action set up. Here's the snap. Cawley will hold. Kraus with the kick. It's up. It's good. And with 9:04 to go here in the second quarter, it's now 14-7. Baldwin is back on top of the St. James Academy Thunder. You're listening Kansas High School football on 810varsity.com. Now, don't forget to follow 810 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter for the rest of the season. We'll choose a weekly winner for $50 gift certificates to Best Buy, Nick and Jake's, and more. Follow 810 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter today, and don't forget our website where you can find out all the best matchups in the KC metro area, 810varsity.com. Here is Baldwin with the kickoff now. It'll be received back at the 8-yard line. That's going to be Eckelman, 15 to the 20. Spins off one tackler, and the football was stripped out. It's loose. Baldwin says they have it. And let's see when we clear this pile out. It's looking like Baldwin might come away with it, but no, they'll say St. James has it. So a near disaster averted there for the Thunder. 1st and 10 for the Thunder, just barely, but they'll have the football, and we'll see if they can keep that offensive momentum going here. You put the fumble beside you, you get out, and you come out and you pound away here. It was the running with Keys there in the backfield that was so successful on that first drive. And it will be King, though, back in there. Remember, Keys was hurt on that last possession, slow to come off the field. So King will take the snap. Quick pass in the flat. It's right in the hands of his wide receiver, but it falls out of Hoopy. Hoopy drops it, and it'll be a 2nd down and 10 coming up. So a good setup there, but unfortunately still no completions through the air for St. James here in this contest. It'll be 2nd down 10 at the 24-yard line. Here's a shotgun set. Deep back is Bade, and 4 wide receivers. Now all kinds of movement here, and some sort of miscommunication. Eckelman took off on his route ahead of everybody else, and most likely this is going to be a false start against St. James. It will. It's just their 2nd penalty of the game. But a critical time for a mistake. You've got a young quarterback out there, hasn't taken a ton of varsity reps this season. He comes into a situation where most of your offense is coming on the legs of your starting quarterback. Certainly an opportunity to rise to the top here. 2nd down 15 from the 20-yard line. So here is King, the sophomore, in the pistol set, 4 wide again. Takes a 3-step drop, steps up, goes across the middle, excellent pass, and it's caught at the 35, 40, 45, and Hoopy has it up at the 49-yard line. Gain of 25 yards, and Hoopy comes up big on that possession. Gain of 25 is good for a 1st down, and that may be the shot of confidence that King needs there in the backfield. Good to see the Thunder offense get moving through the air as well here. Pistol set as St. James goes no huddle here right at midfield. Maybe half a football away from Baldwin territory. Here's the fake handoff in the backfield, and King swallowed up in very quick order. He's going to lose 4 yards on that carry. Just ran out of room in a hurry. 8:13 to go here in the 2nd quarter of play. It's 14-7. Baldwin with the lead thanks to a 67-yard completion between Tyler Colley and his wide receiver Brown. 2nd down 14. And 2 running back pistol set here with 2 wide receivers. King drops back the pass, hit as he airs it up down the field. That's going to be long. Too long even for the defense to track down. William Simmons had floated back in coverage there. So King now 1 for 3 in on, well, about a drive and a half is what he's had to work with here. So 2 straight passes for St. James. They've kind of gone away from that quarterback running game with King in there. And now this will set up a 3rd down and long. 3rd down 14 here for St. James. Clock stopped at 7:47 now. St. James 1 for 3 on 3rd downs tonight. Here's a shotgun set. Trips over to the right side. And officials will come out and stop play here, and it looks like we'll have a timeout. And this is going to be a timeout for Baldwin. It'll be their first timeout of the contest. So 7:47 to go in the first half. It's 14-7. Baldwin leading St. James here. You're listening and watching coverage of St. James and Baldwin on 810varsity.com. Don't forget about the Kansas City Command. Season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at the Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC Arena. Kenny Titus, Stephen Schmidt with you here at Bishop Miege Stadium. Perfect night for football as St. James trying to get things going without their starting quarterback in this contest. Second possession of the game, Jansen Keys drives his team from the 35-yard line all the way down to the 1. On a third down, he ends up getting hurt, walks off under his own power, but has not come back in the game yet. Don't know if he will. He's actually not wearing his helmet and sitting on the bench right here in front of us in the track in the press box. So Alex King, the sophomore, out there, has the third down 14. A shotgun set with 4 wide receivers, and Bade is the deep back here. 4-man front. Looks like a 4-3 set for Baldwin. Dropping back to pass on the screen is King. Pass a little high, and Bade was unable to track that one down and may have been a little bit behind him as well. So King goes to 1 for 4 on the evening. And that will be another failure on third down for St. James, as they will have to bring the punting unit onto the field here on 4th down and 14. Let's see if that Thunder defense can step up and get a stop once again. Hannon is back at the 18 to receive the punt. And St. James is ready to punt away here. They've had good protection on special teams so far this season. No exception there. Eisman gets off a nice punt. It'll be taken at the 15 by Hannon. Gets around, well, tried to get around Eckelman, now getting strung out as back behind the 15. 2 flags are on the field as Hannon breaks it all the way along the sideline to the 35. It took him a while to find that corner, but once he got there, he turned it upfield and ends up with pretty nice field position. But we had an early flag here at the 32-yard line, a late flag, which you saw on the camera, back at the 13-yard line. So 2 penalties. Be interesting to see how all this ends up sorting out. Most likely, if the second one was holding, you'll take that one. It could be offsetting penalties from our vantage point here across the field. Somewhat difficult to see exactly what the penalty might have been back at the 13-yard line. But we could be kicking off again as both players are jogging off the field, and I think that may be the verdict here, but let's see what the official has to say. We've got the block in the back on Baldwin and a face mask on the tackle on St. James. So it is offsetting penalties, and we'll try the kickoff one more time here. So still 4th down and 14. We'll move the line of scrimmage once again back into St. James territory, and we'll spot the football here at about the 46-yard line. Eisman will stand back to punt once again. Had a beauty off last time. Almost outkicked his coverage, though. That resulted in the big turn when Hannon turned the corner. Hannon stands back at his own 15. St. James is set. King looks over the sideline to make sure everything's good as the up back there. Here is the snap. Eisman now gets it off. This one a high floater. Defense plenty of time to get down in coverage there. And a good bounce from the 15. It rolls inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line, and that is a very nice punt for Eisman, as with 7:16 to go here in the second quarter of play, that will pin Baldwin back deep in their own territory, and the Thunder defense will have plenty of room to work with here. Now Baldwin scoring in contrast on their first 2 possessions. The first one was the pounding, methodical running game. Their second score came with the big pass play, of course, set up very nicely by Tyler Colley, who's been impressive running in his own right, not something he's done a lot of this season, and then off of the play action. 1st and 10 now from the 7-yard line. And this one will be a handoff to the fullback and a power run up to the 11-yard line. They'll call that a gain of 3 yards on that play. Valentine, the fullback there, has his second carry of the contest. And it'll be second down, let's call it 7 here. That was a nice gain there. Able to keep his feet moving there. Almost got closer to 40 yards as is able to really grind forward there. So second down, 6. Line of scrimmage up at the 12-yard line. Here's that open backfield again with the 3 backs. This handoff goes to Berg. Berg gives it to the wing back, and no room at all, as that will be Brown trying to find some running room, and he will actually lose a yard on that play. So it'll be third down and back to 7 yards now. We'll call it at the 11-yard line, maybe not that far forward. St. James, a couple of good stops here on the running game. And we'll see what they do here. Berg stays in the backfield with those 3 backs out there in that single wing set. Here is the snap to Berg. Berg wants to run left side, tries to turn it upfield, and he's bottled up. The flag is out at the line of scrimmage as well. A good stop there by St. James. They were ready for that run, and that time they were able to close things off. And it looks like the St. James players clapping, so most likely an offensive penalty. Most likely St. James will decline and force the punt here. Penalty is declined, so no gain on that play. Berg shut down there, and it is fourth down, 7 yards to go. 5:45 to play here until halftime. And we will see a shallow punt formation, if that's what it is. I'd be surprised if they would go for this, and they're going to do just a little quick kick there, and it's caught in stride by Eisman at the 40, and a good return as he takes it out of bounds to the 31-yard line. So Eisman now with a great setup here for St. James. A chance to tie this football game up at the 5:25 mark, and the official spot will be down at the 28-yard line there. So a great opportunity here for St. James. They have been handed field position on a silver platter. Here's King still in at quarterback for the injured Keys. 4 wide, pistol set, there's the fake handoff, and King will take it forward. Follows Bade right through the hole there to the right side, and will gain 3 yards on that play. King, 4 carries, has broken even so far on the rushing tally. Second down and 7 now. Coach Radke with the young quarterback in there has not been real hesitant when it's come to putting the ball in the air. Playing into King's strengths. Shotgun pistol set again with 3 wide receivers and a tight end in there this time. 2 off to the right. Here is the snap. It'll be King running over to the right side. Steps back to pass. Going to the end zone. That is overthrown. Bird got a hand on it, but it falls incomplete. King now 1 for 5 here on the night. So it'll be third down and a 7. Line of scrimmage is at the 25. So St. James very possibly could be in 2-down territory here. We've seen Coach Radke be willing to go for it in these situations. If that's the case, you can certainly consider something like a run here to set up that 4th down play to a situation that you like. Clock is stopped at 4:38 to go in the first half. Here's 2 wide receivers and a loaded pistol set here with 2 running backs. Shotgun set with King. Takes the snap, 3-step drop, looking to go down the field. He's going for the end zone to connect to Eckelman. It's a jump ball, and it's off Eckelman's hands. It falls incomplete. Well, Eckelman, with that big frame, is certainly capable of going up and getting that football. 6'4", 235 pounds. We've seen him do it a number of times already this season. But that one well covered. 2 defenders were right there in the vicinity. And that one just off everybody's hands, falls incomplete. So it's a 4th down here now for St. James. They continue to struggle on 3rd downs. They're 1 of 5. They'll go for it, though, here on 4th down and 7 from the 25. They need to get just past the 19 for that first down. Shotgun set, 4 wide receivers. Here's the snap to King. Has some pressure. It's a screen pass. Caught at the 25, the 20. First down and more to the 15, at the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. Gain of 22 yards for St. James. Exactly what you want to see there to Bade. There's a key stat for you. St. James now 2 for 2 on 4th downs, but it doesn't matter. Wow. A holding penalty, and it comes on the screen. That erases a 22-yard gain and a first down conversion with a screenplay for 22 yards. Perfect call by Coach Radke, but the pressure got into the backfield pretty quick. I know you released on the screen there, but perhaps a hold there as there was more pressure than intended, and King still able to deliver under the pressure, but either way, now it's back to 4th down and 11 with that St. James penalty, so it ends up being a relatively short penalty from the spot. It was downfield on the hold. So 4th down 11 from the 29. Pistol set, 3 wide receivers. King leans to his right, throws across his body to the left, gets the ball in front to Eckelman. The ball's tipped, and it'll be picked off at the 5-yard line up to the 10, and the return is down at the 14-yard line. That interception was made downfield by the Bulldogs' William Simmons back there in coverage. And it's an interception here, the first of the season for Alex King, and a turnover on the night now for St. James. So St. James, not much worse off than a missed field goal there at the end of the day. 4:03 to go until halftime. Baldwin, though, gets the ball back with a 7-point lead offensively, with the exception of their last possession where they went 3 and out, have been pretty efficient. Here's a man in motion. That's Brown. It's a fake pitch to him. Now Colley's going to keep it running to the near side at the 15-20. Nice seam on the sideline. Lowers his shoulder, falls forward, and he'll be out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 15 yards for Colley. He has done a great job with his feet. 3 carries, 32 yards. Again, not the rushing quarterback of the two in this single wing set, though. You'll see Berg and Colley both get plenty of action back there. So it'll be a first down, spotted at the 30-yard line here for the Bulldogs. It's their 6th first down of the contest. Here's a shotgun set with a single back. Shotgun, kind of a shotgun flex bone, though, with the deep back. Here is a pitch. It bounces off the ground to Brown, picks it up, has a 30, and does a nice job to fight out 2 yards there. I guess a more impressive play to field the football on the run. Clock down to 3:20 to go now until halftime. Keep in mind, Baldwin, 2 timeouts remaining should that come into play. They used 1 on the defensive side of the football a little bit earlier in the contest tonight. They have 2. St. James has all 3 if that would be an issue. Here's the shotgun set again. 1 flex receiver and 2 other receivers spread out here on the near side. It's a slip screen, goes to Valentine coming back. Had to come back quite a bit to make that catch as Colley was backpedaling and ends up with a gain of about 2 yards there. Colley now 4 for 4 tonight. He has done a nice job. We'll give him a 2-yard completion on that play. Valentine, 3 catches for 23 yards. He's done a nice job for that. And it sets up a 3rd down and 5. So far tonight, Baldwin 2 of 3 on 3rd down conversions. His last drive, first time they failed to complete a conversion. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd down, 5. Here's that shotgun flex bone set here. And the man in motion is Berg. It's a play-action pass and a nice crossing route completed to Cornell Brown. And that'll be a gain of 11 yards, and Colley continues to be efficient. Brown 2 catches for 79 yards here tonight, and another first down. That's 7 in the contest here for Baldwin. It'll be first down and 10. Clock stopped with 2:08 now as Brown got out of bounds. Flexbone shotgun again. 2 wide receivers. Here's Colley. 3-step drop. Now steps up. Looking down the sideline. Ball is tipped. Well covered. Almost intercepted. Eisman had a chance at it. but it's knocked down, incomplete. First incompletion of the night now by my unofficial tally for Baldwin. So it'll be second down and 10. Line of scrimmage is at the Baldwin 47-yard line. 2:02 on the clock. We'll see Duncan come out of the game. He's usually the tight end for Baldwin. It'll be a 3 wide receiver set here. Shotgun set is Cawley. Drops back. Here's some pressure. Throws it up over the middle. Hasberg. No, it's picked up. Ripped right out of his hands as Eisman coming out of there to the 40. And dancing around trying to find some room. Couldn't get to the 45. But a huge interception. Cawley's first incomplete pass of the game results in an interception. Comes at a great time as it defuses a potential scoring drive to close out the half here by Baldwin. So St. James and Eisman coming up with a big stop. They've got some time to work with, a minute 50 until the end of the second quarter here. So first and 10, official spot is at the 42-yard line. Shotgun set, and it'll be a pistol with 2 backs, a wide receiver on either side of the line. Now a handoff will come out of the backfield to Eisman, and he is hit for a loss, but I think that's a face mask. Simmons was right there, and looked pretty clear from here that he was dragged down with that face mask. So technically a loss on that play. And let's see what kind of face mask penalty it is, whether it's a personal foul or not. This will be a personal foul, so you give Eisman the run for a loss of 1 yard. And so it ends up being a 14-yard penalty. And it'll be a big one with 1:44 to go. First and 10 at the 44 now. Shotgun set, trips off to the right side. Here's King taking the snap. Drops back, looking for some room. Will move to his right, finds an open receiver, and connects with Eckelman. He'll have it at the 35, turns upfield, and ends up with a reception of 15 yards. First completion of the night for Eckelman. Clock is at 1:31. St. James has all 3 of their timeouts left as the official spot comes down to the 30-yard line. So once again, St. James in good position. They were just down here on their last possession, but on a 4th down pass that was intercepted, they came away empty-handed. Chance to tie. They trail 14-7 at the moment. Shotgun set. Trips on the near side of the field. Here's the snap. King, little 2-step drop, steps into the pocket, over the middle, high, and right into the hands of Berg. That pass was overthrown. Berg looking for a big return, shut down at the 29-yard line, and he was tackled on that play by Tommy Finn, and that will be turnover number 2 for St. James, as King is now 2 for 8 on the evening. They'll had a big first down, but unfortunately another turnover inside the 20 for St. James. There's 1:08 still to go. Be interesting to see how aggressive Baldwin elects to be in this situation. Single wing set. Here is Cawley running to the left side. He's hit, taken down after a short gain. Like I say, Baldwin still has those 2 timeouts left. Cawley will power in, ends up getting 3 yards on that carry. So it'll be second down and 7 now. Line of scrimmage is at the 32. Baldwin in no hurry here, but certainly happy with the 14-7 lead. They'll come out and show a single wing set again if they want to run out the clock. One play would do it here. Here's the snap. This one is going to go to Mendez. He'll run straight ahead. Nice pressure. Actually got close to a first down there. It's powered it in for a first down. So nice run of 7 yards for Mendez. He just lowered his shoulder and moved the whole pile. He's a big kid in there. Mendez 5'11", 200 pounds, so he's got a stocky frame on him. Clock is rolling here. Baldwin will hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they want to try and get off one more play. 19 seconds and counting. Here's that single wing set. It will be a run. Now, no, it's going to be a pass. Berg drops back to pass after the fake sweep, and that falls incomplete. He was hit hard. Lots of pressure there in the backfield. Looked like Eckelman was able to get in there and cause a little bit of pressure. Had some help as well. Clock stopped at the 10:02 mark. First passing attempt by Berg in this contest. So 10.2 on the clock. It's 2nd and 10 now for Baldwin. They have it at their own 40-yard line. Could go with something tricky here, but if I had to bet, I would bet a play to run out the clock here. No running backs, just a shotgun set with a couple of wing backs. It's a low pass to Berg. He's going to take off running, has some room, 45 to the 50, breaks a tackle, trying to get to the outside at the 45, still dancing around at the 40. There's a flag, and he's down at the 39-yard line. That would be a gain of 19 yards if it's not holding, as the flag comes down in the middle of the field at about the 41-yard line. And let's see how this sorts out. There is no time left on the clock, and penalty is declined, and that is the end of the half. So penalty was declined, so Berg will end up getting the run there. 6 carries, 40 yards. Nice little run there, and the first down as well for Baldwin, and we go into halftime with the score. Baldwin 14, St. James 7. You're listening and watching live coverage of Kansas High School football on 810varsity.com. We'll be back shortly and take a look at your first half statistics. And welcome back to A10Varsity.com's coverage of Kansas high school football. We're at Bishop Miege Stadium here tonight as it's 14-7. Baldwin City is leading St. James Academy. Thanks for watching and listening on A10Varsity.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We've got a bunch of $50 gift certificates away, and we would love to give one away to you. Let's take a look at some of those first half statistics for you. Again, 14-7. Baldwin City has the lead here through one half of play. We'll start with St. James. So far, not a great story at quarterback because we've had two quarterbacks in. Jensen Keed goes out with injury. He was 0 for 2 passing it, but he did have 8 carries for 32 yards on the ground so far tonight. The other quarterback, that's sophomore Alex King, checking in. He's 2 of 8 for 40 yards. No touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the evening. Receiving-wise, Eckelman a catch for 15 yards and Hupp a catch for 25 yards. Taking a look at the rushing statistics, as I said, Keys 8 for 32, Spade 4 for 21, King 4 carries for no gain, and Eisman has 1 carry for a loss of 1 yard. Some of the other statistics on third down, St. James 1 of 5, on fourth down 1 of 2, 7 first half first downs, and 14 yards in penalties. Total yardage, 51 yards rushing, 40 yards passing. That's good for 91 total yards for St. James. For Baldwin, some of the highlights: Colley 5 of 7 for 102 yards with a touchdown and interception. Berg 0 for 1. Receiving-wise, Brown 2 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. Valentine 3 catches for 23 yards. Rushing-wise, Mendez 5 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Berg 6 carries for 40. Brown 4 for 10. Valentine 2 for 15. And Colley 4 for 35. 123 rushing, 102 passing, 225 total for Baldwin. They're 3 of 4 on third down conversions. They've got 9 first downs. And as far as penalty yards go, I've got them for 54 yards on 5 penalties in that first half of play. St. James will be kicking off here in the second half. This will go into the end zone. King really got a hold of that one as he'll handle the kicking duties and the quarterbacking duties now. And that will be a touchback, and we'll see the St. James defense come out onto the field here to start this second half of play. So really, you take away one big play in that first half, and the St. James defense has done a pretty nice job. Now, they've given up some room. It's been kind of on the ground anyway. It's been kind of a bend but don't break mentality on defense, and we've seen that throughout the year. But it's that one big pass play, the 67-yard touchdown pass, that is the difference right now in this game. We're ready to get this third quarter underway, and Valentine will take the direct snap. He will go right up the gut. And, boy, he's big. Gets in there, he moves that pile, gets a good spot as he kept those legs chugging there, and that'll be a 4-yard gain. Valentine, 3 carries for 19 yards. Hasn't had a ton of carries, but, boy, when he gets a full head of speed, it is definitely interesting to watch him go. So second down and 6 now. Line of scrimmage, 24-yard line. Single wing set. One wide receiver on the near side. Here is Berg. Tried to go right, then he goes back left, and things really closed up on him in a hurry. He gets maybe a yard pushing forward there. We'll be generous, call it third down and 5 now. So if you're St. James, you've contained a couple of runs pretty nicely. Third down, though, hasn't been great for the Thunder when they've gotten here. Like I said, 3 of 4 conversions have been completed by the Bulldogs in this contest. So, third 5 from the 25-yard line. And we'll see the single wing set again. 2 receivers split off of it, though. It will be a snap. There's the fake handoff on the reverse. Berg keeps it, finds the lane, cuts it up, and will be wrapped up on that play. Chris Gomez there on the stop, but a nice gain. We'll call that one 7 yards. And Berg, 8 carries for 48 yards and another first down under his belt as well. So Baldwin coming out and attacking on the ground just like they were in the first half of play. First and 10, spot at the 32. There's that single wing set again. 3-man front, pressure all stacked in the box there, and they get there. Gomez, the first man on the runner. Mendez hit back towards the 30-yard line and will lose 2 yards. It's been kind of a quiet day for Mendez. 6 carries for 21 yards. He came in 55 carries, 249 yards, a pair of touchdowns, was averaging 4.5 yards per carry. He's been something short of that so far in this contest. Second down, almost 13 after that loss. Line of scrimmage is back to the 30-yard line. Under 10 to go here in the third quarter. So a shotgun flexbone formation now with 2 wide receivers. Low snap call. He has it. His pass deflected. It's in the air and falls to the ground. Great defensive pressure there. Jake Whitman able to break through and make the stop. Got his hands up, and that was a very nice play. And it'll set up a third down and long now. We've talked a lot going into this game about how good Baldwin is at powering the football and running, but you've got to take your hat off to Colley. Tyler Colley's done a great job passing in both passing and non-passing situations. Before that last incompletion, 5 of 7, so he's been very efficient. A clear passing situation here on third down and 12. Shotgun set, 3 receivers and a wingback. Here is Brown in motion. It's a fake to him. Colley rolling out to the right side. Looks like he wants to run with it. Oh, slips past 1 tackle across the 35. He is so quick out there. And excuse me, that was Berg running it, not Colley. And he ends up with a nice little gain. He gains 8 yards on that play, but will still be short. It's fourth down. You're in your own territory. And potentially a punting situation here now. We'll see how they line up. Now, we've seen 1 punt from this team with Baldwin, and they do it out of a very shallow shotgun set. It's kind of a quick punting thing, and this one is partially blocked. Whitman got some of it. It still makes forward progress, and all things considered, turns out okay. It rolls down to the 36-yard line, and that is where we will start the first possession of the second half for St. James. So St. James busts through that unorthodox punting formation, if you will. Like I say, I call it a quick punt because it kind of reminds me when a team sometimes on third down or maybe a fourth down situation will line up in a regular shotgun, and then they'll just go with the quick kick there. It gives you some flexibility, but obviously there's a downside, as you saw there, and a good job by Jake Whitman to get in there and get his hands up. Big 71, 6'6", has got a pretty good wingspan. Here's St. James now with their first second half possession. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. King still in there at quarterback, fakes the handoff, and is sacked immediately. He had nowhere to go on that play at all. Max Venable comes up with the stop, and King running that read option that we've seen all night, both when Keys was in the game and from King as well. Maybe not quite as much since King has been in there. He decides to keep that one, takes a hit. And we've got an injured player down now as well, as the official spot from that sack looks like it's going to fall back to the 38-yard line. So that'll officially be a loss of 3 for King. He has not had the presence offensively on the ground that we saw from Keys. He went out with 8 carries for 32 yards. King now 5 carries for a loss of 3. He's been sacked a couple of times. That one technically not a sack, but for all intents and purposes it was. It's going to be second down and long once we take care of the injured player here on the field. Well, special thanks to MrOlathe.com for help making this broadcast possible. Visit MrOlathe.com to search homes for sale in Olathe, Johnson County, and the entire KC metro area. Make MrOlathe.com your one-stop shop for searching homes for sale. That's MISTER Olathe.com. And good to see the player moving off on his own power there. Number 57 for Baldwin, that's Max Venable, who had made the sack as well, landed on his back. Able to shake that off and moves off the field, appearing to be in pretty good shape. So it's going to be second down and long, second down 13, line of scrimmage, as I said, back there at the 38-yard line. So here we go, a second down and long for King, the sophomore. In his pistol set with 2 wide receivers. Three-step drop, goes across the middle, overthrows, and incomplete. And that's been King's problem. It's been incompletions in this first half of play. So it'll be third down and long. We've seen King work from this situation a couple of times since he's been in this game. 8:19 to go here in the third quarter. 14-7. Baldwin leads in the third down and long here for St. James. They've got the ball. They're 34. Shotgun set. Three wide receivers with a deep running back. Two receivers to the right. Here's the snap to King. He'll roll to that right side, moves away from the pressure, now throws on the run, and that is long. Eisman, the intended wide receiver, but King now 0 for 2 through the air in this second half of play. So it'll be fourth down and a punting situation now for the St. James Thunder. Fourth down 13. St. James punting once again as they've just not quite been able to find the right mix offensively in this game. Defense, though, has stepped up the last couple of possessions. Have really done a good job of containing that big play threat, even though they've given up some yardage. Here is Eisman now on to punt. Gets good protection. Another high booming kick. Will bounce at the 35, then takes a Baldwin bounce all the way to the 44. It'll almost be spotted at the 45. Usually Eisman puts a pretty good bounce off that, but a little too much backspin, if you will, on that one. And it'll be first down and 10 with good field position now for Baldwin. So first down and 10. Here comes Baldwin now. They'll go with the shotgun set. The deep back will be Mendez. A wing back and three wide receivers. It'll be to Brown off of that wing back position. Breaks two tackles, 50, 45. He's quick down around the 25 where he's taken out of bounds. Near side fans are wanting a face mask call. It was tough to see from here, but it's going to be a huge gain. First down for Baldwin, deep in St. James territory now. That'll be a gain of about 25 yards. So a nice run there on the completion to Brown. He has done a nice job tonight. 104 yards receiving. Here's Conley now with the toss left side. Gets it to Berg, and he's bottled up pretty effectively. So a good stop on first down. Berg will lose a yard on that play. 10 carries for 55 yards for him. Second down and 11. That pushes the line of scrimmage back to the Thunder's 31-yard line. 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's 14-7. St. James trailing Baldwin City. Second and 11 here. Shotgun set with the deep back. That's Mendez again. A pair of flex receivers, a tight end, and a wide receiver on the near side is Hannon. It's going to be a sweep to Berg at the 30, up at the 25 to the 20, and taken down after a first down gain. He'll pick up almost 14 on that play. Tackle made by Hupp, the safety, down the field. Huppy does a good job to save a potentially touchdown run, but Berg with a big run of his own there. There's the 7-minute mark now in the third quarter. Baldwin trying to extend their lead as they pick up another first down. Back to the single wing here. Two wide receivers. Here is the snap. It'll go to Berg. He's going to run right side and will go to the 15. Maybe gets a yard or two past that, and a solid first down run once again. Call it 4 yards. And it'll set up a second down and 6. St. James defense has shown some flexibility, but running out of real estate here. It'll be interesting to see if they can key in on that running game. St. James will dig in their heels here, sticking with their three-man front. They run a 3-4 defense. They'll keep those linebackers in tight, and with this offense, you can see 9 guys in the box. Now we've got a little trickery there. It's a handoff behind the back to Brown, running left side, and he will gain 13 yards down to the 2-yard line. What a great fake on that play, because it seemed like it was going to be a run to the right side. You had your quarterback and your fullback running to the right side. Wingback slipped through there, and it was kind of a behind-the-back handoff there that paid big dividends. It's good for another first down, as we've got first and goal from the 3-yard line here. Here's that single wing set. It'll go to the fullback. That's Valentine. He tries to jump over the line. I think he did get there. Near side official says he was in. So a 3-yard run for Valentine, or I guess more appropriate, a 3-yard dive. The officials are going to talk about this. Now they're going to say it's second down, so hold that thought for a second, as we'll have to back those points off of the scoreboard even here at Dixon Dole Stadium at Bishop Miege High. That's a very good spot, though, as you can see the nose of the football maybe an inch away from that goal line. It'll be second down and goal here. Baldwin looking to power in. They'll stack everybody in again. Here's the direct snap to Valentine, and he just hauls over the pile there and scores the touchdown with 5:10 to go here in the third quarter of play. And Baldwin opens up a 2-score lead, 20-7 over St. James Academy. Kraus will be on for the extra point here. So here's Kraus now, 2 for 2 on extra points here tonight. The kick is up and looks to be on line, and it's good. So 21-7, Baldwin is leading St. James with 5:10 to play here in the third quarter. You're listening to A10Varsity.com's coverage of high school football. And we're ready for kickoff here. Baldwin leading 21-7 over St. James. Here's the kickoff. It'll be received by Eisman. 20, jukes back to the right, now reverses field for his second time, and he had nowhere to go. You can tell this is an excited Baldwin team here, leading 21-7, and St. James sputtering just a little bit. Unfortunately, this game kind of reminiscent of last week at Spring Hill. You've got a power running team. St. James struggling offensively to get going, but hanging around, giving themselves a chance, needing to make something happen here and stop from falling down anymore here. At least keep the ball out of the hands of Baldwin. St. James out of the pistol. Will hand it off to Eisman, trying to string it out on the near side. Has a 20-25, and a nice job by Eisman when he turned that corner. There was not much room there, and Eisman just slipped past the defender there as he ends up gaining 7 yards on that play. So second handoff that goes to Eisman of the night. Sets up a second down, and a nice situation here is he ran out of bounds there, so the clock stops with 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. Here's the pistol with 2 backs and 2 wide receivers. 4 down linemen go after him. It'll be a handoff to Bate up the middle. There's some room across the 30-35 and down at the 38-yard line. Nice run, and that will be another 7 yards. Bate gets his first carry of the second half, and that results in St. James' first first down of this half as well. They've got 8 total on the night. Well, when we've seen St. James be effective in this game, it's come on the ground. King has done some nice things passing with his 2 completions, but has had a propensity to overthrow here tonight. First and 10 from the 37. It'll be a shotgun set with 3 wide receivers, 2 off to the right. Here's a man in motion. That'll be Eckelman. Goes deep. No look at him. It looks like it was supposed to be an option, and King, at the last second, handed that one off. That was a very dangerous handoff. Bade gets swallowed up for a loss of 2 yards. And the option has really not worked that well. I say the runnings have been successful, quarterback running. That read option has been successful, but the triple option of the outside where you use your 1 back out of the shotgun and then use, in that case, it was a wide receiver in motion as your wide pitch man. That play's not worked out real well. Eisman's really been about the only one that's been able to get around the corner of this Baldwin defense. Either way, second down and 3. Shotgun set, 3 wide receivers. Here is the snap. King will drop back across the middle and overthrows. Had his man on a good crossing route, but it falls incomplete after being tipped by Huppy. It was off of his hands and high, and that will bring up third down. Here we go. Big third down here. St. James trying to get something going offensively. They'll go to the shotgun on 3rd and 13. Here's a 3-step drop. King got the screen. This worked before. See if it'll work again. Bade at the 40, 45. He's tripped and lunges forward. He's going to be very close. That looks to be a good spot. Should be a first down from up here. It will be, and that's a gain of 14 yards. There's a nice completion for that young quarterback. Gets Bade out of the backfield. 14 yards and a first down, and King on target there. Hopefully that will get him a little bit of confidence and get St. James going here. Clock down to 3:19, so at the very least on this possession, St. James has been able to possess the ball a little bit. So here's a 1st and 10. And it will be a handoff to the left side. That's going to be Eisman. Wow, off tackle and a great run. 14 yards on a pretty straightforward run there. So Eisman now getting the wheels turning here. It's been a nice job by Coach Radke to find ways to get him involved in this offensive attack. You lose your starting quarterback keys in the first half on a 3rd and goal play from the one that doesn't get in. After he'd been really working the offense on the option, find ways to get those speedy guys like Eisman involved, and it's working here in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Now Eisman tries to go left, nothing there. Looks right, nothing there. Goes back left, and he pivots a couple times but doesn't move the right direction. And Eisman will be deducted 2 yards for that carry. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 21-7. Baldwin is up on St. James. St. James 3-1 on the season. Baldwin 2-2 so far this year. Baldwin has losses to Paola and DeSoto. Wins against Spring Hill, and they walloped El Dorado, who has in the last 10 years been a very sorry program in 4A. 2nd down and 12. Here is the snap. King will give it to Bade, and Bade finds a little bit of room there. A nice job running right of his center, and it turns that into a solid little gain of 8 yards. As he's had kind of a nice night. Not huge numbers, but he's been pretty efficient when he's worked with the football. Let's call it 3rd down and 6. Line of scrimmage just outside the 33-yard line of Baldwin City. We've seen St. James get inside this 40 of Baldwin now for the 3rd time, but can they score? Here's King. Gets a little dump route to Eisman is going to try and make things happen on his own. He caught it about 40 yards short. And where did he get pushed out? That's going to be the key here. And they're going to say he picks it up by about a yard down to the 27-yard line. So a nice pickup there. And now back-to-back completions here for King. So maybe he's getting a little bit of rhythm going in the second half. By the way, that's the first completion of the game to Eisman. He's had some dropped and some overthrown or underthrown. But connects on one there. It'll be 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap to King. He will roll to the left after breaking a tackle. Not a lot of options. Thinks about passing. A little dump pass to Eckelman. It's tipped by Eckelman. He catches it to the 20 and all the way down to the 15-yard line. Wow. What a play by Eckelman. Tipped his own pass, slips past the defender, and catches it, and does so for 18 yards to boot. 2 catches for 33 yards for Eckelman tonight. But they were big ones right there. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line now. St. James has King passing the football well here. Snap to King, handoff to Bade. He's hit in the backfield, did a nice job to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage there. Bonner with the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain there for Bade. Shut down. 43 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. St. James wants to cut this lead in half. They trail by 2 touchdowns. Here's the shotgun set with the deep back and 4 wide receivers. Looks like a run to the right, and King sheds a tackler as he turns the corner. Some contact at the 10. He falls forward, and that'll be a nice game around the right end there as King still looks a little hesitant running it, but once he broke that first tackle, had some space, and made the most of it as he fights his way down to the 9-yard line. So 6 yards running there for King, and it's a 3rd down. 3rd down 4. Just inside the 10, and that's going to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we've got 3 in the books. Baldwin leads St. James 21-7. You're listening to Kansas High School football here on 810varsity.com. Want to remind you about $5 footlong subs. They're delicious, they're cheap, and they're back right now at Mr. Good Sense. They've got 7 great subs to choose from. Come see what fresh really is at Mr. Good Sense. All right, we're ready for 4th quarter action here at Bishop Miege. St. James, the home team, with the football. 3rd down coming up here. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock here, but it's 21-7. Baldwin City has the lead over St. James. Big 3rd down coming up here. They've got it at the 9-yard line. 4 yards shy of that 1st down marker. Here is the shotgun set. King with the snap. Lobs it up into the end zone. Eckelman goes up, and he pulled it down for a touchdown. Nice job by Eckelman. That was up for grabs. Looked like the defense had pretty good position there, but a great play by Eckelman. And, you know, he's been pretty good at that all year. Again, going up in those one-on-one situations at 6'4". He brings it down. King put it where it needed to be, and it's now 21-13. 6 seconds into the 4th quarter of play. First score is 9:46 in the 2nd here for St. James. Extra point, that was a bad snap, and the kick is off, but it's good. And a hand of applause there for Will Frank, because he somehow managed to take a bad snap, a bad hold, and kick that thing straight up in the air, and still found a way for that football to drop in. So St. James cuts the lead to 7. 21-14 against Baldwin here. 11:54 to go in the game. Well, don't forget about the Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at the Sprint Center are now on sale. Call 855-KC Arena. Well, St. James comes storming back in a big way. Their first, I think it's almost safe to say maybe their second good offensive drive since the drive they scored on. They had a couple drives petered out around the 30-yard line. This one, though, had some staying power, and King stepping up big in the second half now. He's completed 4 passes. He's 4 of 6 by my mark and has done almost all of his damage here, including that first touchdown pass, his first touchdown pass of the season. So nice third down conversion there for St. James as well. So St. James ready to kick off. 11:54 to go, 21-14. Baldwin with the lead, but the St. James defense has tightened up here in this second half. Here is the kickoff. That's going to spin towards the end zone, and it'll be into the end zone. That will be a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Baldwin City. So the Bulldogs will come out very capable of running a large chunk of time off the clock here with that single wing offense. They've been dangerous passing when they've needed to be, but they can eat up clock too. They've done it a couple of drives in this game. Probably the biggest fear for St. James is a long drive all on the ground that sucks up the majority of this quarter. With an offense like this, an 8-minute drive certainly isn't out of the question, but I say that knowing St. James' run defense has been much better here in the third quarter. And there it is. Mendez will take the handoff and will get bottled up in the center. He got the original line of scrimmage, maybe one more if you're being generous. And it'll still be second down, call it a long 10 here for the Bulldogs. So the St. James defense digging in their heels, getting a first down stop. There's step one for you. 11:30 to play. Now the shotgun snap. Berg being chased from behind. Has some room. He wants to run. Avoids a dive. Beats the defense to the near corner. He's got a lot of room to run. This could be trouble. One man to beat. And he takes it into the end zone. Chad Berg, an 80-yard run. The one man to beat down the field. Tanner Hinderleiter, last week we saw him make some great scoring-saving plays against Spring Hill, but couldn't get his bearings on that one, and Berg is a fast guy. Boy, he found the seams, and in the open field, he is just tough to take down. An 80-yard touchdown run with 11:08 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. It's now 27-14. Kraus now will come on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So your score, Baldwin City 28, St. James 14. You're listening to high school football on 810varsity.com. Well, 11 minutes and 8 seconds all to remain here at Bishop Miege High School. St. James Academy hosting Baldwin City, and Baldwin City, their second big play of the game, and it could be a game breaker as they go 80 yards on the feet of Chad Berg for a touchdown to make it 28-14 Bulldogs. Thunder on the kickoff return. Here's Eisman. His blocker falls down, is having a hard time getting his footing back, steps back. Now turns around the corner, and he's got some green in front of him. Eisman bringing it to the near side, trying to turn it into a foot race, and he is out in the open. This is going to be a touchdown. And we are right back where we started 30 seconds ago. Eisman takes it to the house on special teams, and it's 28-20. 8-point ball game. What a play by Eisman. Wow. The second touchdown in a 2-minute span for St. James. Let's see if they can tack on the extra point. Frank did some pretty good work with that last one. Kick is up. Nails that one. And it's 21-28. St. James back to within 7. 10 minutes and 49 minutes to go here at Bishop Miege. Don't forget to visit MrOlathe.com to search homes for sale in Olathe, Johnson County, and the entire KC metro area. Make MrOlathe.com your one-stop shop for searching homes for sale. That's MISTER, Olathe.com. We've got 10 minutes, 49 seconds to play in this contest, and things staying tight. Couple of back-to-back big plays, an 80-yard run by Chad Berg, then the ensuing kickoff, return for a touchdown by Eisman of St. James, and here's where we stand. Baldwin City 28, St. James 21, with St. James ready for the kickoff here. King will handle the kickoff duties from the St. James 40-yard line. So the Thunder lie dormant for the second and third quarter, and then come alive here on the fourth. 2 touchdowns in a 2-minute and 10-second span. Here's a pooch kick to the 40-yard line, and a nice job by Johnny Lederer to scoop that one up and caught it as an up back, went down. That's what the coach tell you to do there. No chance of a fumble, and it'll be good field position for Baldwin City. We'll see what they can do with it. 1st and 10, official spot now will go down at the 39-yard line. So Baldwin brings this single wing offense out. We've seen Berg go 80 yards as a quarterback, but lots of people handle the ball off of the snap. It'll be Cauley in there now. He's the passer of the 2 quarterbacks. A shotgun flexbone set. Here's Duncan in motion. It will be a sweep to Duncan. He catches it, breaks 1 tackle, is hit at the 50, and falls into Thunder territory. That'll be a gain of 12 yards. So Duncan gets his first carry of the contest, takes it as a wingback in motion. And Duncan now picks up the 14th first down of the game for Baldwin City. It'll be 1st and 10 now at the 48-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go. 7-point lead for Baldwin City as they try to grind up some clock here. Flexbone shotgun set. 1 wide receiver on the near side. Low snap, bounces to Cauley, but the officials will stop that play in its tracks. And a timeout taken by Baldwin City. So the Bulldogs will take their first timeout. Well, don't forget to follow A10 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter. For the rest of the season, we'll be choosing a weekly winner for $50 gift certificates to Best Buy, Nick and Jake's, and more. Follow A10 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter today. 10:21 to play. It's 28-21, Baldwin City with the lead. All right, teams break out of the timeout, and we're ready to get back to action here in the fourth. 10:21 to play, 28-21, Baldwin with the lead in the ball. 1st and 10 from the St. James 48-yard line. A straight drop back and pass. It's down the field for Brown. It's off his hands, incomplete. Nice toss by Cauley. Wow. That was close to a huge play. Had Brown in good position. He was in front of the defender, and it was just a contact on the way down, I think, that prevented him from holding on to that football. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Baldwin takes one of their precisely timed shots down the field, if you will. Although no play action there, we have not seen a lot of straight drop back and pass out of that formation for this team. We saw it there, though. 4 down linemen now for St. James. They've switched up the defense to get after the run a little bit here. Kind of a 4-2 look. Here's the handoff to Berg. He'll gain 1 yard off to the right side there. Not a lot of room for Berg to work with, but with that carry, I have him now unofficially with 13 carries for 150 yards and 1 touchdown. 3rd down and 9. In these 3rd and long situations, the Thunder defense has been pretty efficient. Let's see if they can answer the call here. They're going to have a lot of room behind them here before they get into 4-down territory. One of the last hold and punt situations probably on the field. 3rd and 9 from the 47-yard line. Here's the flexbone shotgun. Colley play action. Now running to the right side. Looks like he wants to run. He's hit as he dives forward, and this one will come down to the spot. I think it's going to be very close. He won't get there. We'll give him 8. A nice run by Colley. And 4th down, and it's about a full yard there where the knee went down at the 39-yard line. So a decision, I think, to consider if you're Coach Mike Berg. Over on that Baldwin sideline. Now, the way you've been running it, you would think you would go for it. Colley will come out of the game here. 4th down, 1. And this does not look like their shallow punt formation. They're back in that single wing. Berg on the right side. It'll be to Valentine, the fullback. He runs straight ahead. I think the line judges got him the 1st down over there on the far sideline. We'll have to wait till this gets sorted out, and it looks like he did get it. It's going to be close. And it looks like we're going to stop the clock with 8:41 to play for a measurement. But certainly from here, it looks like there's going to be just enough for the 1st down. And we'll see how close this is when they bring the chains out. If we can zoom in on the football here, see if we could peek in and get a good look. And it looks like it's a 1st down by the nose of the football. So nice 4th down conversion there. First of the game attempted by Baldwin, so they're 1 for 1 in that category. Big Valentine there. No surprise on the carry. And it'll be 1st and 10. Clock ticking away. 8:40 to go. Baldwin City leads by a touchdown. 7 points. 28-21. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Berg running left side, trying to stretch it out. There's the 35. On his feet at the 30, and he's hit, but he just has a habit of tumbling forward and getting contact all the way down to the 25. It's a 13-yard gain, but we have a flag at the 36, and this will be holding against Baldwin. Penalties in the 1st half, a serious problem for Baldwin. They've been pretty clean here in the 2nd half. 54 yards on 5 penalties in the 1st half of play, but this will be, by my count, their 1st flag here in the 2nd. And we'll see where the spot goes here. It'll push the line of scrimmage back to the 44-yard line. So it's about a 7-yard net penalty is what that ends up being from the spot foul. And it'll be 1st down, 17. St. James will catch a break there. Clock will get rolling once again because that was a huge run by Berg on the sweep. 4 men up on the line of scrimmage once again for St. James. They come out of the defensive huddle. They're just trying to dig in and get after that run. 8 men in the box. Here's the single wing set. And a little movement there. Whitman stepped into the neutral zone. And this will be encroachment. So 5 of those 7 yards are handed back by St. James. Whitman trying to time the count there. Just got a little bit ahead of himself. So it should put us at something like 1st down and 12. 8 minutes to go and counting now. 28-21, Baldwin City has the lead. The Bulldogs trot up to the line. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun wishbone set. That's Berg in motion. It'll be a wide toss to Berg. Wanted to cut it up. It wasn't there. Trying to string it out. Can he get the corner? He does. And he'll have positive yardage again. That's been the thing about this Baldwin team. St. James has taken away that first option a lot of the time tonight. But it seems like every time they do, one of those quick little guys out of the backfield just stretches it out. Just finds a way. There's never much room over there, but they find a little bit of room. It ends up being a 5-yard gain for Berg on that play. 14 carries, 155 yards, and a touchdown for him. 2nd down and 8 now. Here is your single wing set once again. Here comes the pressure. It'll be a run to the right side, and the direct snap will go to Menendez. A nice little gain there. We're going to give him 7 yards. And here comes a 3rd down. 3 of 6 for the Bulldogs tonight on 3rd down. Right at 50%. This will be their 7th try. 3rd down, full 2 yards coming here now. 7:08 and counting. Line of scrimmage is at the 30. Single wing set. 2 wide receivers and whistle stopping play here for the moment on the field. And the sideline getting a little stretched out over there is a sideline warning. And we're back to ball here. So, that warning will actually reset the play clock, so Baldwin could run it all down if they want. They don't here. And the snap is fumbled in the backfield. Menendez covers it up, and that'll be a loss, a big loss there, all the way back to the 33-yard line. So that is a huge play here as it's 4th down. Baldwin will keep their crew out there and try their luck on 4th down. Worked pretty well last time, but it was a little shorter situation. 28-21, 4th down for Baldwin. They're at the St. James 33-yard line. A stop would be huge. Shotgun set. There's the wing back in motion. It's a fake to Mendez. A short pass is right at the marker. That's Duncan. He's at the stick, and if he gets the mark where he fell forward, that is going to be a 1st down. And they are going to measure this. 1st down could be very likely here. It looked like a favorable spot. It would be a big stop if St. James could just come up with a couple of inches here. This one's going to be tough. There's our measurement. It's a 1st down. 6:09 to go, and it's a 1st down for Baldwin inside the St. James 30-yard line. Well, 1st and 10. Let's spot it at the 28. St. James still has some real estate to work with here. As now expect Baldwin to be very deliberate. They break the huddle with 17 on the play clock and walk up to the line. Clock now is under 10. There's a wingback on either side, a wide receiver on either side as well. This is going to be Cornell Brown in motion. He bobbled the handoff, but stretches out the defense to the 25, misses an arm tackle, and is out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. Gain of 8 yards by Brown. 5 carries for 18 yards for him tonight. That's his first carry here of the second half. He's had a couple of balls thrown his way, but first rushing attempt. 2nd down, 2 coming up. 5:38 to go. Clock stopped, though, because Brown ran out of bounds. Coach Mike Berg has his team move up to the line again with 10 seconds on the play clock, and maybe a little confusion there. And they're going to ask to reset the clock. Okay, seemed a little short there, and now we'll get going once again. Clock is, now they'll say the clock is going. Okay, well, everybody had thought the runner had been out of bounds, but they say the clock should have been running as they get the game clock moving now. So Brown was called down before he went out of bounds. So that'll allow the clock to run off about 25 seconds before the snap. This one goes to Cauley, scoops up a low snap, and he will run forward. First down yardage, solid 3 yards there for Cawley. As he hits the 40-yard mark on the night, another first down as well, 17 unofficially on the night for Baldwin. Puck will reset with the football, 5:15 and counting, 28-21. Well, here comes the Bulldog offense. St. James just trying to keep this a one-score game. Here's the single wing set. Berg wants to run right side now, sees a seam, reverses it against the grain, and has first down yardage down to the 5-yard line. First and goal coming up. Berg with 14 yards, and he has just had a monster night. 169 yards rushing now. Clock stops with 4:46 to play. 28-21, Baldwin City with the lead. First and goal from the 5-yard line. As Baldwin wants to put the finishing touches on this game right here. St. James holding out for a stop. They've got all 3 timeouts if they could just dig in and come up with something. Here is the snap to Menendez. He's going to run straight forward, find some progress. We'll mark him down at about the 3-yard line. And Menendez sets up a second down and goal from the 3-yard line here. Under 4 minutes to play now. I told you this team very capable of an 8-minute drive. We're certainly going to be near that, or however this thing ends. Single back set, it'll go to Valentine, and he will run straight ahead. Just hits the line and falls forward. Looks like they'll give him 2 yards, and they'll spot it at the 1. So a third down here now for Baldwin. They've been very good on third downs, as I've mentioned. 3 of 7 tonight. But they've made up for that with 2 of 2 on fourth down conversions. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go now. 28-21. Baldwin leads by a score here. Third down and goal just outside the 1-yard line. Single wing. Berg has the snap, wants to go right, cuts it up, and he's into the end zone. Berg from 2 yards out will score his second touchdown of the game, and that stacks the deck against St. James. They trail 34-21 with 3 minutes to go in this fourth quarter of play. So St. James now will need a quick score and then an onside kick. Certainly still within reach here, but it'll take a valiant performance from the sophomore quarterback. The extra point is up. That one's good. And it's 35-21. Baldwin back on top with 3 minutes to go. Well, Kenny Titus, Stephen Schmidt with you here tonight on 810varsity.com. Glad to bring you this broadcast from Bishop Miege High School. 35-21 is the score. Baldwin City leading St. James. 3 minutes to go. Well, St. James off to such a great start on the season. Started out 3-0, big wins against Eudora and Lewisburg. But the last 2 weeks they've run in to power running teams, and that sort of derailed their momentum. Spring Hill got their first win of the season against St. James down at Spring Hill last Friday. And tonight it's a 2-2 Baldwin City team coming up to Kansas City and getting, or at least poised to get a victory here. Still got 3 minutes to go, though. St. James has Eisman back to return. Here is Kraus now. Kickoff is away, and this will be a squib kick rolling down the middle. Eckelman will have it at the 20, 25. Spins and will not make it to the 30, and he's down at the 28-yard line. So that takes 5 seconds, and here we go. The St. James offense will come onto the field. You know, they've worked out of that spread like normal, but most of the success they've had tonight has really come on the ground. Maybe that last drive was an exception. King got a little confidence, was able to stretch things out as we have a timeout on the field. Baldwin is going to take the timeout, so that'll be their second timeout. They've got one left as they want to get things set up. Well, if you're just joining us, early in this game, it was a big blow for St. James when their starting quarterback went down. Jensen Keys, on a 3rd and goal from the 1, sort of dove into the pile, got hurt, was able to walk off under his own power, but has not re-entered the game. Matter of fact, standing on some crutches over on the sideline now. He's led the come-from-behind victory before, but will not be a factor in this contest. That places it on the sophomore, Alex King, 6 foot, 174 pounds. In this game, he has completed 6 passes, 6 of 20. Has 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Overthrowing has been the challenge for him tonight. Got to get that ball down. 1st and 10 here now from the 29-yard line. 2:55 to go. St. James trails by 2 scores. Low snap. King has it. Here is the pressure. He's in trouble. He's hit as he throws it, but completes it to Bade. Bade at the 30, 35, looking for some room. Spins across the 40, and he has a first down. Up to the 42-yard line. That'll be a game of 13 yards. A very composed play there as the ball is set quickly, and it gets going very quickly again. 1st and 10 now from the 42. Here's King, looking to scramble left side, throws it on the run, and had the open receiver, found a seam in that zone defense, but was on his way down as he let it go, and was just unable to complete that. Boy, he had the right idea there. Just couldn't quite get his feet set to make the throw. Would have been a very impressive completion, though. 2:36 to play. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. The Thunder at their own 42-yard line. 35-21, Baldwin with the lead. Here's the pistol set. 3 wide receivers over to the left. King rolls to that side, has decent protection. Defense comes up, lobs it up, and it's intercepted at the 35-yard line. That time it was underthrown. King trying to make something happen on the scramble, and it's picked off at the 35-yard line of Baldwin. 3rd interception of the game now for King. 2:29 on the clock. Well, St. James has timeouts left, but things are going to be pretty scarce at the end. It'll be 1st down and 10 now. Single wing set. Here comes the pressure, and we'll have the running attempt here and the timeout. Mendez bottled up after a gain of 1, and St. James, as expected, will take their first timeout. Well, a 1st down would knock this completely out of reach, but a chance for the St. James defense here to dig in and try and get the ball back to their offense. Well, Spring Hill themselves with 1 timeout left at this point. Excuse me, not Spring Hill, Baldwin City with 1 timeout left. Spring Hill, the opponent last week for St. James. That resulted in a loss as a 3-game winning streak is on the verge of turning into a 2-game losing streak here. Here we go. 2nd down and 9. Here come the Bulldogs. It'll be a shotgun set here. They've been pretty good running out of the shotgun. This will be Cauley turning to his right, hands it off to Duncan, And he bursts across the 40-yard line before he's wrapped up. That'll be a good chunk of yards. St. James now will take their second timeout. We'll have a 3rd down and 2 coming up, so Duncan ends up with a 7-yard carry there. He has 2 carries for 19 yards, as there has been a lot of offense in this game for Baldwin. 171 yards of it at the hands of Chad Berge. The Bulldogs had 225 yards of offense in the first half of play alone. Clock is down to 2:14 now. If St. James could get a stop, they could use their final timeout if they so choose to stop the clock. Then they could force a punt theoretically here. But you're near midfield and up by 2. And the way Baldwin's been running it, this very likely could be 3-down territory. St. James heads back out on the field, and looks like we're ready to try 3rd down and a full 2 yards. Line of scrimmage is at the 38, and it would take progress just past the 40 to complete this. Here's that single wing set. 7 players on the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Colley, right side, 1st down, and he is taken down at the 48-yard line. So Colley adds on to his running tally for the night. And St. James now watches the 1st down stick get reset here. They will not use their timeout here on this play. 19 first downs in this game for Baldwin. The offense has surged here late. A couple of big plays, though. An 80-yard run by Chad Berge, a 67-yard completion in the first half. The margin right here. A couple of big plays. And here's the victory formation as Colley will take a knee.
In the ball game. Baldwin had 2 big plays tonight. 80-yard touchdown run by Chad Berge, 67-yard score by
90 seconds to go and counting.
also got rushing touchdown on the goal line from Dayton Valentine and Jake Mendez.
So these 2 teams will have the same record at the end of tonight. St. James falls to 3-2, losers of 2 straight. Baldwin City picks up their 2nd straight win and improves themselves to 3-2. 2nd down and 11. There's the knee. Should take 1 more play to wrap up tonight's contest. St. James had some trouble stopping the running game for the 2nd night in a row. They run into a power running team just like Spring Hill. And they're able to hang around. They can't get much going, and without any offensive help, the defense just couldn't hold the fort. So 1 more play to ice it here on 3rd down. And that will do it. Final knee, Colley, and it will not matter. That should do it. Final score here tonight, Baldwin City 35 and St. James 21. Hang with us for just a few moments. I'll run down the final stats for you and wrap up tonight's broadcast. Once again, Baldwin City defeats St. James Academy 35-21. This is 810 Varsity's coverage of Kansas high school football. And welcome back to A10Varsity.com's coverage of St. James Academy football here. I'm Kenny Titus. Special thanks to our cameraman tonight, Stephen Schmidt, as we run down some of the final numbers for you here. Your final score tonight, Baldwin City 35 and St. James 21. Let's take a look at those final numbers. First for St. James on the evening, it was a short night for Jensen Keys. Went out in the first half of play. He goes 0 for 2 on the night. Rushing-wise, he had 8 carries for 32 yards, all in the first half. Passing-wise, for Alex King, the backup quarterback, a sophomore, he finishes 7 of 19 for 101 yards with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. Receiving-wise, Matt Eckelman, 3 receptions for 41 yards. Eisman, 1 catch for 8 yards. Bade, 2 catches for 27 yards. And Hupp, 1 catch for 25 yards. On the ground tonight, Bade had 8 carries for 34 yards. King, 6 carries for 3 yards. And Eisman, 4 carries for 18 yards. Remember, all unofficial stats here tonight. On third down, I show St. James 2 of 7 and 1 of 2 on fourth down. They had 12 first downs, including 5 in the second half. I had them flagged 4 times for a total of 19 yards tonight. Some of the totals: second half, 36 yards rushing, 61 yards passing for a total of 97 yards for the game, 87 yards rushing, 101 yards passing, and 197 total yards. A big offensive night for the Baldwin Bulldogs tonight. Berg finishes 0 for 1 passing. Colley, though, 6 of 10 for 133 yards with a touchdown and an interception. Receiving tonight, Brown, 3 catches for 104 yards and a 67-yard touchdown reception. Valentine had the other catches, 4 catches for 29 yards. Taking a look at the rushing numbers, 11 carries by Mendez for 29 yards. Berg, the big offensive gainer for both teams tonight, 16 carries for 171 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Brown had 5 carries for 18 yards. Valentine, 11 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. Colley, 8 carries for 50 yards. And Duncan, 2 carries for 19 yards. On a third down tonight, Baldwin was 3 of 9, and they were 2 of 2 on fourth down conversions with 19 first downs. Penalties, a little bit of a problem, especially early on. I had them flagged 6 times for a total of, 30, 40, 61 yards. And totals for the second half: 204 yards rushing, 54 yards passing. That's 258 in the second half. For the game, 327 yards rushing, 106 yards passing. Good for a total of 483 yards of total offense. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast tonight. Appreciate you checking out A10Varsity.com. Hope to join you next week as well right here, A10Varsity.com. Final score tonight: Baldwin City 35 and St. James 21. For our cameraman tonight, Stephen Schmidt, I'm Kenny Titus saying until the next time, have a good one.